Hello, chemistry students. So I'm just going to kind of run through the popsicle stick activity. So we want to calibrate the popsicle stick for 1 unit. So I have drawn the 2 little lines, right? So I know that from one red to the other, that is 1 popsicle stick. I'm going to call that 1 pop. So I want to measure the perimeter of A and B, a triangle and a square, and then calculate the area of A using 1/2 base times height, and calculate the area of B using side squared. All right, so I'm just going to jump right to the rectangle. If I look at the rectangle and I line it up, all right, I'm not sure exactly that measurement, right? This popsicle stick, it's not a good measuring device. I know that it's definitely not a full pop, all right? I know that it looks like it's about half. It might be a little less. So I'm going to record it as 0.4 pops, right? So I'm going to say the side is 0.4. And when I do side squared, I'm going to do 0.4 times 0.4, and I'm going to get 0.16, and I'm going to have to round that. So I'll write that down. So I'm getting the side equaling 0.4 pops, and when I do side times side, or side squared, to get the area, I do 0.4 times 0.4, and I get 0.16. But now, if I look at each measurement, 0.4, 0.4, they each have one significant figure. So I gotta round this to one significant figure. So I'm gonna round it to 0.2, and the unit should be pops squared, right? A pop times a pop squared. We're gonna treat it like a variable in a math equation. So I get 0.2 pop squared, which is a little weird because we knew it was 0.16, but that's how the sig fig rounding rules go. So now I can calibrate my popsicle stick. So now it has 10 even subdivisions. I use the piece of paper to do that. If I go back to my square and I try to measure it out, now I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, 4.5 or 0.45. So now my new measurement is 0.45 pops instead. So definitely better. And when I do side times side, I'm going to do 0.45 times 0.45. We will use the calculator. All right. 0.45 times 0.45. And I'm getting 0.2025. All right. 0.2025 pops squared. Sorry about that. And that's a 5. And now when I go to round it, I'm going to keep 2 sig figs. All right. So I'm going to look at the 2's going to stay. I look at the 0, there's a 2 next to it, so it'll stay down. So it'll be 0.20 pops squared. All right. I know it's the same number, but this one's reported better. This has 2 sig figs. That one only had 1. This one had more possible error. Fortunately, it rounded up, but had we kept that 0.16, it would have been nowhere near the 0.2025, right? So that rounding helped us out here, but we have a much better answer after calibrating the popsicle stick. And we can go back and do the triangle, and we'll see the same thing. Actually, more error shows up in that one. But the idea of sig figs, we want as many as possible. So if I'm just comparing these 2 units, right, the popsicle stick, I like the second one, the calibrated one, better, because I can get a more precise measurement. I can estimate, and this will only give me 1 sig fig. This one will give me 2 significant figures. So that's kind of the difference. This one is better. All right.